Did you know? Osaka has an amazing pass which allows you to get into subways or some tourist attractions either for free or with a discount.
It also comes with an information and coupon book which allows you to get discounts at certain restaurants and stores.
This Osaka pass can last either 1 day or 2 days, and we've decided to take the 2-day pass and see how much we can maximize it.
Just be warned that it does not last 24 or 48 hours. It starts in the moment you use it and ends on the midnight of the day you use it, or for the 2-day pass on the midnight of the day after. The 2-day pass costs 3,600 yen each. You can buy it at a lot of locations all around Osaka, but only a few of these stations accept credit card. Be sure to check out their website for all the details on where you can get this pass and how to use it, as well as all the attractions you can go on, which we will link in our article, which we'll link in the description.
Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Yeah. We bought tickets to the Aqualiner for free.
All we had to do was show the pass and she asked us which time we wanted. The ticket booth opens at 10 o'clock in the morning and that's when we are here. But we're taking the 12 o'clock slot because this pier starts at Osaka Castle, which is what we're gonna do first. So let's go. We bought more tickets. This one is to the Osaka Gozabune boat.
And that's in about 20 minutes, so we're gonna ride that first.
We've noticed that for a lot of the limited attractions, such as the boat rides, they do sell out pretty quickly. So make sure you get there before you do anything else. Make sure you book in a time slot and then enjoy other things before you come back and take the boat ride.
Or you can take the boat ride first things first.
How many people? Just 2? Okay. Thank you. Right. にならないようお願いいたします。ないようご注意ください。このビューポイントです。ござるからしっかり見る。
That was fun. It was exactly 20 minutes.
Amazing. They had a voice guide in Japanese and in English telling us about different structures around the moat and also some of the history behind it. So it was pretty interesting.
Definitely worth it, especially because you can actually see an unblocked view of the castle, and you can also get a feeling of how tall exactly the walls are. They are a lot bigger close up than you might imagine.
Anyway, on to the actual castle. Woo! Ticket booth, elevator, handy.
The castle has been rebuilt so many times that the inside of the castle is actually more like a museum than the original castle grounds. You're not allowed to take pictures on the 3rd and 4th floor, but you can on the last floor and you can when you're outside. The view is quite nice and there's a lot of information you can learn about while you're there. We're going through which garden? Ishinomaru. It's right outside Osaka Castle. It's got an entrance fee of 200 yen, which is not bad. Right now I don't see any flowers. It's just a really nice wide ground with some nice greenery. Seems more like a field than a garden, but maybe we're just not at the actual garden yet. We'll see. Not much to see in terms of gardens. Is this where the cherry blossoms are normally? Possibly. It might be the case. But since it's summer at the moment, we're not seeing anything but green trees. Making our way back to the Aqualiner for the boat ride. This time we're heading off to Yodoyabashi. We're on the ferry.
The Aqualiner is pretty bougie. Probably why it's 1,700 for me.
We also have assigned seating, so it really matters that you book a ticket. Where are we going now?
pass, you can get a free Pablo original sweets with any purchase of any of the Pablo cheesecake products. And this is what you get for free. So you can actually purchase anything, and this is free. We got 2 of them because we had 2 pieces.
This is the Osaka Sky Building.
One of the most famous attractions in Osaka. You have to buy a ticket when you actually get to the top to get to the observatory. You used to be able to use the Osaka Amazing Pass ticket for any time on the Osaka Sky Building, and it used to be a very popular place to come to at night. So when everything was lit up, it was a completely different view to what we're seeing now.
But nowadays, the ticket only allows you to come up here all the way up until 6 p.m. Any later and you're going to have to pay for that.
The weather's quite nice today, and you can see the blue sky for a very, very long time. The scenery is completely different, but it's nice at the same time.
It's fun to see how the life kind of unfolds in front of you and just what you look like from above.
Just a dot, a speck.
Highly recommend coming up here. If you want to come at night, there's no stopping you from paying and then returning. In the west tower of the Osaka Sky Building, there is an art exhibition.
The Koji Kinotani, I believe, art museum. It's a 3D art museum, but it also has a lot of paintings and sculptures.
It is the works of Koji Kinutani. Unfortunately, we're not able to film or take pictures except for one section. It is quite colorful and very abstract and focuses a lot on religion, or especially Japanese approach to Buddhism. And I guess the future of the world in the artist's mind.
It's a bit, it terrifies me.
I'll keep going.
Ooh. We went up to the 7th floor of the Head 5 building because this is where you can find the entrance to the giant hip Ferris wheel. We're trying to see if we can get it at sundown. The sun is supposed to set at 7:15 and right now it's 5:07. So let's see where we go. The sunset is very pale. We haven't seen the very strong orange. We're probably a bit early for that, but it's still a really, really nice view. If you can't get the night here at the top of the Osaka Sky Building, this is a really good alternative. Sunset is being covered by that beautiful building. I really appreciate it.
That wraps up day 1 of the Amazing Pass. Let's see what tomorrow has in store for us. Here begins day 2 of the Osaka Amazing Pass.
We're starting at the top of the Sunkaku Tower, which opens at 9 in the morning, but is only available for use for the Amazing Pass on weekdays.
It's pretty short, but you can see a decent amount of things.
I think because there's not a lot of really tall buildings around the sort of Tennoji area, that you can sort of peer over the shorter ones and get a good view of the whole city actually.
That's Tennoji Zoo, which you can get to for free with the pass as well. Over there is Keitakuen Garden, which also is available from the pass.
We took the stairs thinking it was gonna be like 4 flights down. No, it's like, I don't know, something like 75 meters down, so it's actually quite a long way. But around a third of the way to the ground is this garden thing, and I don't know if you can access it using a lift, but here you go. It's not just the Sunkaku Tower with a view at the top. There's actually quite a few things to see. Upstairs, we missed it. There's a whole bunch of Glico things, including the history of Glico, and you can buy a bunch of their products, but also hear the stuff as well.
First of all, why? We have arrived at Shittenoji Temple. This is also free using the pass, but as per usual, we're not gonna film anymore because it's a temple after all. But it's very close to the zoo and the garden, and it's the Sunkaku Tower, so come out here if you're in the area because it's also a nice scenic spot to come to. This is Keitakuen Garden. It's very close by to the temple and the tower that we've just been to, as well as being next door to the zoo. It's only 150 yen per person to get in, which is not bad. It's very nice and clean, and seems to focus more on the Japanese landscape than it does on flowers. Who knows though, in the spring it might be different. We're here in summer. It seems like in the next month the lotuses will be at full bloom. So that would probably be the best time to go. It's very quiet here. Yeah, not that many people, just a couple of locals drawing on their sketchbooks, which is really cute. On to the next thing. Where is it? We're going to Namba Station. That was the Kamikaze Museum, which is a wood block painting museum. It's a 500 yen entry fee, and I don't know if this is a long-running thing, but at the entrance there's a little postcard that says if you present the postcard and pay 500 yen for entry, you can actually get a free antique souvenir coin. It's 3 small floors, with the top floor having an informational video on the history and process of Kamikaze, as well as a workshop for you to try it out yourself, although using mostly color pencils. So I think if you book a space, you can pay 500 yen and get the experience of the real woodblock printing. I personally found it very fascinating, having tried it in school a long time ago, and considering how much detail and work that they put into it, it's something that I could really appreciate. I recommend checking it out, especially if you love art. Yeah. On to the next thing, we've got a lot to do. Another one. We're gonna do that. Yeah. This is in Osaka area. This is right at the edge, and it's the Tempo-san Ferris wheel. We had to take quite a long train ride to get here. About 20 minutes. But the difference between this one and the one that we did yesterday is this one is right near a sea, so hopefully we get a sea view. Cool, let's go! We're on the Tempo-san giant Ferris wheel. There are 60 cars, and of them 8 have flare seats and glass bottoms, allowing you to view 360 all around. But obviously there's a long queue, especially the busier it gets. Yeah, because the weather's a bit foggy, and downstairs is just downstairs. We're just gonna enjoy this 15 to 25-minute ride, depending on whether they stop the Ferris wheel or not. It's a bit foggy, but we might as well enjoy the free ride while we can. Now for the boat ride. We just got on the Santa Maria boat ride. I thought you'd had to book a ticket, but they just told us to go straight on the boat and hurry up because it's leaving in like 3 minutes. So yeah, we sprinted. It's a 45-minute boat ride, and at least once an hour on the hour, starting from 11 in the morning, I believe. And it just basically makes a circle around the dock. It was fun. The wind was nice, even though it rained halfway through. The boat was really big, there's plenty of space even though there's a lot of people on it. We're going back to Namba now for dinner, but that's probably it for today, mainly because it's raining. That ends our Osaka amazing 2-day pass.
You can also get a one-day pass for 2,700 yen. All the details are available on their website, including how to use them and which attractions are available for you to use them in.
Be sure to always check up on the website if you're planning to buy the Osaka Amazing Pass, because the attractions will actually change periodically.
And also, quite a few of the attractions do have conditions, such as some aren't open during certain days. But we will outline all the information that we mentioned, including our entire itinerary, in our article, plus all the links, including where you can find the Osaka Pass website, in our website, which will be linked in the description below.
And this is how much we saved. Woo! That's quite a bit.
It is. I was surprised, actually. And that's per person. If you only have a very short amount of time in Osaka and you want to go to a few attractions, then we definitely recommend getting this pass. Even just going on one boat ride and entering 1 or 2 museums, plus all the train rides that you might have to take to get to those places, you'll definitely match the price.
Highly recommend, because you can do so many things and make it flexible to your own itinerary.
As mentioned, everything will be in our article, link in the description.
Otherwise, follow us on Instagram at TwinspeakEatGo. We'll see you next time.
There are 6 street cars, and of them 80 have clear glass bottoms, and they